Cheers. Welcome back to the vlog. How are you guys? Hey everyone, it's Julia. Welcome back to a vlog. If you are a subscriber and if you are new here, nice to meet you. Guys, I haven't posted a vlog in a while, really since before quarantine. The last video I posted was me getting ready for my trip to Central America for work for 3 weeks to Guatemala and Costa Rica. Need a sleeping pad. Don't need an air porter. I don't need any compression sack. These lightweight sandals for the shower. Do I need malaria pills? Do you need malaria pills in Antigua? No. Did I need any shots? And my entire life has changed since then. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Truly every detail, every major detail is different. But we'll get into that. If you guys are curious about how that trip went, I did create a 13 episode vlog series. It's not on my channel, it's on the World Race channel. There's about over half of the episodes are live now. They're also available on World Race Instagram. So I'll link those two things down below. Also, if you want to hear more about the trip from my perspective, because the videos are really more about the race. So if you want to know more about like what I got into, I posted 2 podcast episodes, one about Guatemala and one about Costa Rica. Those are on my podcast. My podcast is called Brave Story, and I'll link that down below too if you want to know other things that I've been getting up to during quarantine and all of that the past couple of months. Just go check out my podcast. But hi, I haven't posted in a while because so much has been going on, and I don't know, it's been a weird time. I haven't really had anything to make a video about. I hope that you guys are doing well, that you're healthy, that you're staying safe, and that your mental health is good. I hope that you guys are staying positive and happy, and if you're not, which you're probably not, like, that's okay too. It's a hard time right now, so however you're feeling, that's fine. I feel you. I'm making this vlog today because we are about to go hiking for 4 days on the Appalachian Trail. Me and my roommate Betty, she's still my roommate, and her sister Melva, and our friend Alina. If you guys remember, Alina and I used to work together. So the 4 of us, we've all been tested for COVID, negative, been quarantining, and there's like no one out in the woods. We'll be socially distanced. So we are getting out of this house and we are going hiking for 4 days. But I wanted to post like a pre-prep video before we left. 1, to show the prep, but 2, also just to like catch you up on me. Hi, what's going on? Like I said, so much of my life has changed. The biggest thing that you might notice is this is a different room, if you noticed. And that's because Betty and I moved to Atlanta together about 2 months ago. About 3.5, 4 months ago, I found out I got let go from my job at Adventures. I can explain this a little bit more later. But I had like a 3-month warning of time, and so when they told me that I was gonna be transitioning out of my job in July, my immediate first thought was that I wanted to move to Atlanta because I actually had a goal of moving to Atlanta this year, and I didn't exactly know how I was gonna make that happen. And the same week that I found out I wasn't gonna be working at Adventures anymore, my friend said that this house was available. They own this house and they're looking for a renter. So I ran downstairs and I was like, Betty, we have to move into Megan's house. So we did. And we did it before I even got a job in Atlanta, but it all worked out. I'll explain that later. But before we get into all that, I want to give you a little bit of a house tour, and then Betty and Melva are in the kitchen. So this is my room. It's super messy right now because we have camping stuff everywhere, but this is generally what it looks like. And oh, and I have my own bathroom, which is fun. Check this out. Big upgrade. Oh yeah, there's my bathroom. Exciting, fake plant. This is a really great tour. Anyways, Here we go. Here's Betty's room. They just stepped out for a second and they'll be right back. This is our living room. Pretty cute. It's like super open. Lots of the same furniture, lots of plants. Here's our kitchen. And that's pretty much it. Okay, we have 2 backpack preppers. This is Melva. She's coming with us on our adventure. She's Betty's twin sister.
Mm-hmm. I was born a couple of seconds before she was.
Yeah, about 13 years. Times 60 seconds. How many seconds is that? Melva's my age. They're not twins. Just kidding. Okay, we got a lot of things happening here. What are you gonna eat on your hike?
So I'm thinking every day for lunch. This is for lunch. We already have our breakfast and dinner. So I'm thinking of mandarins every day for lunch, cheese and some meat and crackers, and then a bar and some snacks. We have plantain chips, dried apples, and
coffee for milk.
Coffee for milk because I don't drink coffee.
I would bring only what you need, so like as many coffees as you'll drink.
Yeah.
And like as many oranges as you'll eat.
Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking about, that's what I'm doing this right now. So I'm gonna separate them in little baggies.
Cute.
So we know, maybe, I don't even take all of this. Maybe I'm thinking I'm gonna eat more than what I think I'm gonna eat. So you're right, I'm gonna separate them in little snack bags.
Is there stuff? It's kind of disheveled. That's probably my fault. This is what we're having for dinner, is these meals. They're from REI, and you just add water. And then, where's our breakfast? Over here. Oh, this is
our breakfast is...
We like made breakfast for everyone, put our names on it, and this is Alina's. So we have enough oatmeal for 3 mornings, and then we have like toppings. And then this is for the stove. It is several hours later. I've been to the grocery store. I went to Aldi because it's the best grocery store, especially if you want meat and cheese, which is what I wanted. Like if you're gonna make a charcuterie board, just a side note, go to Aldi. Everything, you'll save like 50% on your groceries. But anyways, I went to Aldi and I have everything sort of packed up. And then for lunch, I got bread and I made these little packets of meat. I figured they'd be fine because they're like so salty and don't necessarily need to be refrigerated. Hopefully it won't be that gross. I have 4 of them in case I need to eat. I'm not sure if we're gonna eat lunch on Thursday, and then I have apples. I only got 3 because they're heavy. I don't know if I'm gonna bring this cheese because I have this cheese and I already like sliced it up. I have some gummy bears. Oh, and I have granola bars. But I separated this one because I'm gonna put it more easy access for the first day. And then I have some like dried fruit. This is dinner, and I'm splitting all of these with Alina, which is why I'm kind of thinking it'd be good to have extra food in case I'm hungry. So we have 3 nights for dinner. And again, you just like add water. I think these are so pretty. These are a little more expensive, like they're like $8 to $12 depending on what you get, but I think it's really great for a short trip. So here's all the food. I put it in a stuff sack. It's like a little bit heavy. And then, yeah, and here's the dinner. I'm gonna give 1 or 2 of these to Alina to put in her pack. And then I'm putting these easy access for the first day. I'm gonna go pack now, but before I do that, I just wanted to tell you the details of our trip. We're going for 4 days on the AT, the Appalachian Trail. If for some reason you don't know what the Appalachian Trail is, it's one of the longest footpaths in the world. It starts in Georgia, about an hour and a half, 2 hours from here, and then it goes all the way to Maine, Mount Katahdin in Maine. It takes like 6 months to walk. We are not doing that. We're just doing 30 miles. So we're starting at the very beginning. We're doing what's called the approach trail. It's 8.5 miles, and then we'll do 3 days on the actual AT, and then we're gonna end at Woody Gap. So we're just dropping a car off at Woody Gap and then driving to the beginning, leaving another car there, walking to the car, and then we'll drive back. So should be super fun. I'm really excited. We've never really done this before. If you remember, I did one other overnight camping hiking trip with my brother in Washington in 2016, right after the race. And I liked it. It was fun, but it was really hard for me. And also Robbie just did everything for me. Robbie and Brittany, like, they filtered the water and they cooked all the food and they navigated and planned, and I just was like there. So this is a big step up for me, because after that trip, I told him that I never wanted to do that again. And here I am now, like a couple years later, and I've done a whole through hike. I walked the whole Camino. And now I'm like team captain of this like, expedition. And I feel really confident. Like, we've got a water filter, we've got a stove, we've got everything. I know what we're doing. I planned the whole trip and I'm really excited. And it's just funny like how times can change. Like I said, I would never do it again. And now I'm like willingly, happily, not only doing it again, but I'm like leading everybody, like team captain or something. So it's just funny, you know? I used to think I wasn't very strong. I didn't consider myself very athletic or very strong, and now I don't. I also used to think I wasn't smart. It's like growing up, I always had learning disabilities and I didn't think I was smart, and I also didn't think I was very strong. And it's like, if you just like try and put yourself out there and try different things, you'll find things that you're good at and things you like, and you'll find that things you thought you couldn't do, you can. Even if it seems like maybe insignificant things like hiking, but it turns out to be a bigger deal. I don't know, I'm on a soapbox right now, but we gotta go hike, come on. Okay, I'm standing on my bed. This is just about everything I'm taking. These are my hiking shoes. They're the same ones I took on the Camino. They're Merrell's with Gore-Tex on the bottom. They're really dirty because I just I did them recently, but they're the exact same ones, but they were completely shot after the Camino. Like the bottoms were just all run down. So I bought new ones and was able to break them in recently. So I really like these because they're looser, they're not super tight. So I've never gotten blisters in these. So I have these, I have hiking poles. I borrowed those from my dad. I don't know if this is like way too much, but I'm bringing this just to handle the pot because it doesn't have a handle. This is our water filter. Again, we're just taking one and we're gonna all share it. It's like one that you pump water from a stream, and then it pumps on the other side into your water bottle. I have a headlamp. I'm taking this lightweight, this is like a sleeping bag basically. It's like a liner. And then I need to put this in my food bag, but this is instant coffee. Again, I don't know if this is like extra, but I'm bringing this to like measure out everyone's food and water for cooking. And then this is an extra hair tie, put that over there. This is my fanny pack. I'm gonna have it on my front, and I'll have my vlogging camera in there. I have my license, a credit card, and then extra batteries for this camera. This is my water. It like sits in the back of the backpack, and it has a hose. This is a lot bigger than the one I took on the Camino because there's a lot less opportunities for water. I also have a poncho that's in here, and it's the kind of poncho that goes over the whole backpack. So that's gonna be my primary thing for rain. This is a sleeping pad. This is a rope to hang up our food to keep out of bears in the event that they don't have like a bear box, which they should, just like just in case. This is the stove. It's really small. This is a knee brace. These are the clothes I'm bringing, other than like, these are like nighttime clothes, like an extra layer for when I'm sleeping. I have leggings, a shirt, and this is like a zip up, and it's all dry fit, so nothing is cotton, because again, it's gonna be raining. I have a mask in case we talk to other people, underwear. All my toiletries are gonna go in here. Bug spray, sunscreen, Advil, camp shoes. I took these on the Camino. I can't believe they're still in good condition. So all of this needs to go in that. So you weigh yourself, and then you hold the food, and then you just subtract. Just stand on it and hold it, yeah. And then whatever the number is. Mine was 7 and I took a pound off.
Well, okay, well this is what, wait, check how much your pack weighs.
Yeah, maybe your pack's not, I want you to weigh your whole pack. All of our bags are too heavy.
They're a little bit too heavy, but I also don't want to starve because I'm going to be hiking carrying this.
We don't want to make you bed.
Okay. We're ready, kinda. Okay, now that my bag is packed, I wanted to share a little bit more about my job. I said earlier that I got let go from my job. So I'm not gonna explain the full story because I am gonna talk about this in my podcast. And it takes a really long time to explain. But I will say that, as you know, COVID has affected like everything in the world, and a big time it's affected the travel industry, and Adventures in Missions is a part of the travel industry because we do ministry and we do mission work around the world. And so we actually reduced our, well, it's not our anymore, but they reduced their staff size by 60%, and I was a part of that. I was one of the staff members that was not fundraising, and so it made sense for me to be part of the reduction. And but like I said, I wanted to move to Atlanta this year, and I was interested in kind of like moving on anyways, so it wasn't a huge shock to me, and it really wasn't like, I don't know, it wasn't a big blow, and I'm gonna talk about this more in my podcast, but it really was the first time in my life that I felt super confident that God was gonna provide for me, because I've been through unemployment before, and it was a really cool season for me. And yeah, so I'll let you know when I talk about the full story in my podcast, but just a preview is I had like a 3-month warning of when they told me they were gonna let me go. They told me like in April, and I didn't actually have, my last day was July 3rd, and they provided me health insurance up until all of July, so I still have health insurance, which is great. So I had a lot of time to look for a job, and so I was having all of these job interviews, and it was so crazy because we were moving, and it was like work from home and COVID, and I was having all of these job interviews in the most precarious situations. I had a job interview at my parents' house in their basement. I had so many in my room. I had one in person, which was super last minute, and I had to wear a suit, and I looked like a lawyer, and it was really exciting. The day we moved here, and I had nothing in my apartment, I had a job interview right before we moved.
I just want to remember this moment in my life. I'm in my room. There's nothing in here. We're about to move today, and I'm about to have a job interview in 20 minutes. That's why I'm sitting. I look like I'm in college. This is like my makeup mirror, and this is all that's left in my room. And also I'm wearing shorts because not because I'm lazy, but because I forgot to pack pants for this interview. So hopefully they won't see me. I'll just be right here and it won't move.
So Betty's already leaving. You can see her right there. I'm brushing my teeth. It's fine, but this is my room. Hilarious. Hi, Betty. This is where I live, in case you were ever wondering. So yeah, I had so many different interviews, and I actually got offered a position last week that I've accepted. So I have a job now, and I will be starting on Tuesday, 2 days after we get back, or a day after we get back. So the timing was perfect. I'm so grateful. I actually only had about 2 weeks of a gap where I didn't have a job, and that entire time I was also doing a lot of freelance work. So I really didn't have a big gap in income, and I really had a very small gap in employment. And my health insurance for the new job starts the day after my current insurance ends, so I have no gap in insurance. So God was so faithful. It was just, I don't know, it was a really cool season for me to just so fervently believe that everything was gonna be okay. And it got a little dicey at the end, and I was just like tired of waiting. But I knew it was gonna work out, and it did, and I'm so grateful. My insurance card actually came in the mail yesterday, and I looked at it and I was like, man, this is like an example, this is just a tangible piece of God's faithfulness, that like everything worked out. It's so weird that like COVID has taken so much from so many people, and myself included. I lost my job, and I canceled so many opportunities, you know, traveling to make that series for the race. I was supposed to do that all year, and like I lost that opportunity. I lost other job opportunities. I had to cancel. I didn't get to go to any of the shows that I had season tickets to the Fox. I had tickets to see Taylor Swift. I had tickets to see Hamilton. You know, it's like we canceled so many things, family plans, and people have lost loved ones, and people have lost horrible, great loss. But I really think that even though you can make a list of things you've lost, we can all make a list of things that we've gained in a weird way from the pandemic. And for me, that's true. It's like I've lost XYZ, but I also gained A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we can hold like grief and hope and gratitude in the same hands at the same time, and like neither takes dignity away from the other. It's like, yes, I'm sad I lost these things, but I'm so grateful that I've gained these other things from the same event. And it's weird, but it's true. I hope that that's the case in your life too, that if you've lost things because of COVID, that you can also find in a weird way that it's given you some things too. So if you haven't thought about that yet, I hope that helps. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget I linked down below the World Race series that I filmed in Central America if you want to check that out. Please keep in mind it was filmed in February, so don't worry about COVID. Also, my podcast linked down below if you want to check that out. I have a lot of great episodes up there, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon for the hiking vlogs. Bye guys.